Hello everyone, welcome to the SRBPS online classes.
Yes, let's start the fourth basic operation, that is division. Class, till now we have studied three basic operations used in maths, that is addition, subtraction and multiplication. Today we are going to study about this fourth basic operation also. See here, the number that is divided is called the dividend. The number which is divided is called the dividend. The number that divides is called divisor, and the number which divides is called the divisor. See here, I have taken one example in which we have to divide 160 by 12. So as the 160 will be divided, so it will be called as dividend, and we are going to divide 160 by 12. So 12 will be called as the divisor. Class, when we will divide 160 by 12, so we will get the answer as 13. We will get the answer as 13. So whatever the answer we will get after dividing, that will be called as quotient. That will be called as quotient. And at last, whatever is left at the last, whatever is left which cannot be divided further, will be called as remainder. Once again I am repeating, this number which is divided is called dividend. The number that divides is called the divisor. After dividing, the result is called quotient, and at last the number which cannot be divided further is called as remainder. Now let's move to the properties of division. See here, the first property of division. When we divide a number by itself, we get 1 as the quotient. See here, if I'll divide 160 by 160, suppose, so 160 ones are 160, so answer will be 1. If, let us take one small example, if I am dividing 5 by 5, so the answer will be 1. Why? Because 5 ones are 5. So in same here, bache, if we are having the more digits number, suppose a 6-digit number or a 7-digit number, if we are going to divide that number by the same number, so the always answer will be 1. Always the quotient will be 1. Now let's move to the second property of division, that is when we divide 0 by a number. Suppose class, if I want to divide 0 by 23 or 0 by any number, instead of 23, if I'll take 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 400, 600, whatever the digits or the number I'll take, we will always get 0 as the quotient. Learn this everyone. When we are going to divide 0 by any number, always we will get 0 as the quotient. So these are the two properties of the division. But class, have you observed in exam question comes that divide, whatever the number is given to you, suppose a question is divide 160 by 12. I have divided. Now the question is saying check your result. Class, we can check also whether our division is correct or not. So to check that, here we have one formula of checking, that is dividend is equal to quotient multiply divisor plus remainder. Speak with me everyone. Dividend is equal to quotient multiply divisor plus remainder. Here dividend is denoted by D, quotient is denoted by Q, and divisor is denoted by small d, and remainder is denoted by R. Clear everyone? So here the question is divide 6825 by 65. So here I have done the division. See here, 65, these are the two digits, so we will check in the dividend first two digits. First two digits are digits are 68. 68 is a bigger number than 65. So we will go on 1. 65 ones are 65. After subtracting we will get 3 as after subtracting we will get 3. We will carry 2. 32 will be smaller as compared to 65, so we cannot divide. We will carry one more number, that is 5. And class, when we are carrying two digits together, so we will give or we will put 10 to the quotient, and 325 will go on 5s are 65, 5s are 325. This is the division which I have done from my side. Now we will check our division with the help of checking formula. See here, dividend is equal to divisor multiply quotient plus remainder. Our dividend is 6825. Divisor is 65. And quotient is 105 and our remainder is 0. Class, we will put all these values under there. We will check our division with the help of checking formula. We will put the values of the dividend, divisor, quotient and remainder. See here, we will put 6825 as a dividend, 65 as a divisor, 105 as a quotient and 0 as a remainder in this checking formula. So let's start our calculation. When we will plus divisor with the quotient, we will get the answer 6825, and last we have to plus 0, and when 0 is added to the any number, the answer remains same. Just check everyone, after multiplying and at last after doing plus, we get 6825, which is our dividend. When we will get our LHS side is equal to RHS side, so we will consider that our division is correct. Our division is correct. Yes, now let's move to the one shortcut method of doing division when we are dividing a number by 10, 100 or 1000. Fine. So let's start it. First of all, we will learn a shortcut method when we are dividing a number by 10. Yes, when any number is divided by 10, then the digit at the ones place. Learn everyone, when the digit at the ones place of the dividend becomes the remainder, while rest of the digits become the quotient. Let's understand this concept with the help of one example. See here, suppose 42,196 I have to divide by 10. So what I have told you, if we are dividing any number by 10, so we will keep the digit at the ones place as remainder and the rest of the digit will be considered as quotient. Yes, check once everyone, at the ones place which digit is there? 6. So 6 will be considered as remainder and rest of the digits, that is 4219, will be considered as quotient. See here class, I have explained or I have done this long procedure of division for you to ensure you people that with this shortcut and with this long procedure we will get the same result. As when I'll divide 42,196 by 10, so after dividing I'll get 6 as a remainder. And our quotient will be 4,200. 219. Our quotient will be 4219. So have you seen, class? Without doing this long procedure of the division, just with the shortcut trick, I have done this question. Clear, everyone? Now let's move to the second concept. When we have to divide a number by 1000, so what will be the shortcut trick? See here. When any number is divided by 100, then the digits at the ones and tens place. When we were dividing a number by 10, so which digits we were considering as a remainder? Only ones place. But now when we are dividing by 100, so which two digits we will consider as a remainder? Ones and tens. And the rest of the digits will be the quotient. Clear, everyone? Suppose the same question I have taken 42,196. If we have to divide by 100, so what we have to remember? Ones and tens place digits will become remainder. Yes, what is at ones place? 6, and at the tens place 9. So this 96 will be considered as remainder, and the rest digits are 421. It will be considered as quotient. See here, if we will do this, the same question with the help of long procedure of division, we will get 96 as a remainder and 421 as a quotient. It is same. We have got the same answer. Clear, everyone? Now let's move to the last concept, that is when we are dividing a number by 1000. See, when any number is divided by 1000, so digits at the ones, tens and hundreds place. Once again I am repeating, you have to learn these things. The digits at the ones, tens and hundreds place of the dividends become remainder, and rest of the digits will be considered as quotient. See here, the same question I have taken 42,196. When we will divide it by 1000, so what will be the answer? Ones, tens and hundred place will be quotient. So ones places, at the ones place we have 6, tens place we have 9, at the hundred place we have 1. So we can say 196 will be considered as remainder. And what are the rest digits? 42. So this 42 will be considered as quotient. See here the long procedure of division. When I have done this long procedure of division, you can check. 196 will be considered as remainder and 42 will be considered as quotient. Now I hope so this concept of division is clear to you people, and today we have done our all 4 basic operations of our second chapter. Clear, everyone? So in my next video we will study about a new topic. Till the time, stay safe and bye everyone.